What's good, everybody? This is EJ.
It's your boy Kenny.
It's Francis.
And this is the Banter 3FC podcast. We're three friends that love the game and love talking all things football. Before we get started, I want to first and foremost give a big shout out to my boy Francis on his birthday. Big
Happy
man
birthday,
turns
my guy.
30
Appreciate
today.
y'all,
Happy
man.
birthday.
Appreciate
More
it.
life on your head top, dog.
He didn't have to blow up his age like that.
God damn.
God
Damn.
Hey, look, hey, bro.
that boy up there.
That's crazy. This is nasty.
See, I ain't even gassing like that. It's listen, it's a big accomplishment. Like you one of them big boys now. You an uncle at the table. You heard?
You gotta do that Kevin Hart. Damn.
Appreciate y'all for real, bro. Appreciate y'all, man.
Nah, for sure. But yeah, happy birthday to my boy. Another thing I wanted to definitely bring up. I talked to Kenny about this a couple of weeks ago. He brought up a statistic for me. He said most podcasts don't make it past 10 episodes. And what episode is this, boys?
It's episode 11.
This is 11. Yeah. Hey, just want to let y'all know we beat the statistics. Shout out to us, man. We beat the statistics. But yeah, want to also, let y'all know we are on Instagram. We are on YouTube. So please subscribe, like, follow, comment, share our content, show us love. You'll find us on everything at Banter3FC. Let's get into it. All right. So we finished another weekend of games. And I think this is the first weekend in which both of our clubs played each other. So where do you want to start? I think in chronological order is what we usually do. I think Arsenal was the first game. And you guys were on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, the Arsenal game was that early morning kickoff on Saturday. Kicked off at 8:30. The clocks rolled forward or back? The clocks rolled.
Fall back.
Not yet.
The clocks rolled.
Yeah.
So the game was at 8:30. Yeah. So the game was at 8:30. Arsenal played Newcastle at St. James's Park, and it proved to be another sticky one. For the past, I think, 4 or 5 years.
House of Horrors.
For 4 or 5 years, Arsenal have definitely had their troubles playing at St. James's Park. And it showed again this past weekend. So when the game initially kicked off, I didn't really watch the first part of the first half, but then I watched the second half. But then I caught the rerun today and I watched the game in its entirety. And my takeaway from the game was Newcastle was on that BS that they usually are on when they play us whenever they play us. I can't speak to like when they play other teams, but I think that Newcastle specifically and Eddie Howe, they know how to piss off Arsenal. They if there's any team over the past couple of years that I've seen us have a hard time with that tactic of they just want to come. They don't want to play football or soccer. That's not what they're there for. They're there to be physical, foul, kill time, and make the game ugly, right? And I think for us, we were physical, but I think they outworked us. And I think that's ultimately why we ended up losing the game. Because I watched when I was watching the first half, for me, I don't think we played bad in the first half. There were a couple opportunities where it's if we had more quality, we would have punished them. Saka had a chance where he cut in and shot it near post. It just missed wide. He had another one where he could have headed the ball and he just missed the target. Got to hit the target. Declan Rice's set pieces were really poor. Trossard was really, really poor. I think it's I don't know what it is. When he comes off the bench, he plays really, really well. But when he gets that run of games where he starts, he doesn't have that same impact. And it's starting to show more evidently now that Odegaard's been out of the team and he's had like a consistent run. I don't know what it. I think he's like, who's that dude in the NBA? Is it J.R. Smith? Would you say like he's just better off the bench, or Lou Will?
Like a
He's just
six
better.
man.
Six, yeah, he's
Yeah.
like a
Jamal
6 man.
Crawford.
Jamal Crawford, like he will always be 6 man of the year. He can't be a starter, and that's where I'm starting to get with Trossard, because whenever he starts, the longer that he starts and gets a run of games, it doesn't look good after some time. So for me, I think those two things were really, really poor. I think Declan Rice's set pieces were poor. I think Trossard was poor. I think Martinelli had a rough day, especially against Livermento, that he had him on locks. He had him on lock the entire game. Martinelli didn't produce anything. The only person that, to me, that looked really, really good was Thomas Partey. He looked really, really good throughout the game. I think he's finally showing the form that he had like 2 years ago when we were having that debate of who's the best defensive midfielders in the Prem, between him, Rodri, Casemiro, and all of that. And
he didn't
he's looked.
start at right back.
No, he started at right back, but there was a change in
There's a sub.
substitutions that they put him back in the midfield. But even at right back, he's still playing really, really well. So for me, I think my main focus during this time period of Odegaard being out was, it's not going to be as pretty as it typically is, but we need to find a way to just continue to get the results. And there's been games where we've done it, and these past two games we haven't been able to do it. And there was one clear opportunity in which I was like, man, if we had Odegaard today, that's 100% a goal. Do you guys remember that opportunity where we stole the ball? I can't remember if it was in the first or second half. We stole the ball. Havertz passed it to Trossard. Saka was running through, and Trossard played a terrible pass. Do you remember that sequence?
I don't think so.
Saka was running literally inside of the goal. The center back had came up to Trossard, and Saka's literally through. All he had to do is play a through ball straight to Saka, and he's on to goal 1-on-1 with Pope.
I remember that.
Well, they probably won't show stuff like that in the highlights because there wasn't like a shot at the end of it. But like if you watch the game, you would have seen the stuff. But it's like things like that. We really miss Odegaard, and it's showing. But we still should have been able to find a way to win the game, because I don't think that Newcastle did enough. Like they scored that goal, world class pass from Harvey, what's his name? Harvey Barnes.
No, it was Gordon.
Sorry, Gordon. Yeah, Gordon.
Gordon.
Anthony Gordon. It was a great ball. He played right onto Isak's head. Sometimes you can't even do anything about that. That's first time pass right to his head into the goal. There's nothing you can do about that. But like for me personally, I watched the game. They didn't look like dangerous throughout the rest of the game. They worked hard. They defended well. They pressed us well. They were physical, but they didn't look like dangerous, like they were going to score another goal. So for me, it's like that's what Newcastle is going to do whenever they play us. So we played down to that, and we didn't create enough chances to win. So that's ultimately why we ended up losing. But it is what it is. I'm not going to get too low on it. We just gotta. It lowers our margin for error, but we have to find a way to pick up these points on the reverse fixtures on the return to the, when we play him again. So we'll see what happens. Y'all talk to me.
Prince, you got anything?
Nothing really much. It's just really Newcastle is just for you. It's one of your bugaboo teams, no matter what. It's several years now where you guys just always have issues. I was contemplating on if I was going to ask about, is it still too early? Will this have a title challenging effect for Arsenal? But I mean, because Newcastle is not really doing well at all this year. So, and you guys, what, currently 7 points away from Liverpool right now. I feel like it's still time to make up for it. Just, you're going to actually need Liverpool to drop points in certain matches that are unexpected, which is going to be a tall task. But I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, for me, we talked at, I believe it was halftime. No, it was after the game. Like I said, your margin for error is very slim now. Um, I feel like these points dropped should have come against some better opponents, maybe even further down the line. And so it's a bit tricky because it's not guaranteed what's going to happen in the later part of the season. Yeah, we all think that Arsenal is going to go on a good run. As we've all talked about, you still have a lot of lower tier teams that you're going to play, but you never know what's going to happen, right? So you guys dropping points this early could come back to bite you later down the line. But Bournemouth did you guys a favor. City would have went up 8 points, but Bournemouth ended up beating them. And then now Liverpool is just 7 points clear, but I think we all think that Liverpool will drop some points. But yeah, I think the overall thing here is right now, you guys now it's more of a you must get results, certain results, rather than okay, you can still slip here and there. So that's the difference. It turns up the pressure. Now later in the season is going to be a little bit more tricky in that sense where you're going into games, you know what happens, title push at the end, the pressure's on, big, little things, turn into really big moments. You can't afford stupid yellow cards, anything like that. Those are all going into the margin of error. So we'll
So
see.
basically, you're building out the case where Arsenal would typically fold.
I didn't, I didn't say all that. I'm just saying it might get there
listen.
because
Hold on, King. Just hold on 1 second. Just hold on 1 second. I just want to make sure that I say this on the podcast. I want to make sure that I say this, Francis. Make sure you enjoy every second now. Just enjoy it. It's your
I will.
birthday. I want you to enjoy. Smile, be
I
happy,
will. I
be
will.
merry, be joy. Enjoy
Thank
it
you.
while
But
enjoy it,
yeah,
please.
but back to the seriousness. But yeah, it's you guys are gonna it's piling up a lot of pressure. Whereas you could have had I would say easy, but you could have had some potential games where you could drop some points later down the line. It wouldn't be a big deal. But now it's a must versus okay. We can go to certain places and a draw would have been fine, but now you have to win. So that's the difference there. So yeah, we'll see how it shakes out.
No, you're definitely right. The only thing that I will say is like, I think so far, the thing that gives me a little bit of comfort, just a little bit, is just the fact that of all the teams in the Big Six, I think we've had the hardest schedule so far in terms of like back to back who we've had to play and the fact that they've been away, like Villa away, Tottenham away, City away, Bournemouth away. We've seen this past week, that's not an easy place to just go and win. We've played Liverpool already. We haven't had like the fluff part of the schedule where we're playing like the lower half of the table, like back to back to back to back, like I think Liverpool have had. So I think as long as as long as the time comes where we beat the teams that we're supposed to beat, like playing we still got to play Ipswich twice. We still got to play Brentford twice. We still got to play Southampton again, like these types of teams. You get what I'm saying? I'm
Don't
not saying,
disrespect
listen,
Brentford.
I'm not saying that it's a walk in the park. That's not what I'm saying.
No,
But
I'm saying I wouldn't even
yeah,
put Brentford in those categories. In that category, I would say.
I'm
But I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Yeah. You get what I'm trying to say. So that's the thing that gives me a little bit of confidence. And then also we still have Odegaard to come back, and that's just gonna make us that much better. So I'm not like down. Like I'm frustrated with the results and stuff, but I'm not like, oh, all hope is lost kind of thing. There's still a
Qu-
long season to go. Go ahead.
question for you though, because I
Hmm.
believe it was last season where you guys got certain results early on that you more so put on um, why you guys didn't close out the end of the year. Will you look back on this little period the same way then?
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will. Because it's like the red card at City, I think of all of the red cards, that's the one that, of all the results that we drop points in, that's the one that makes me the most angry. Because City is who we are up against to challenge for the title, and we could have got 3 points and made a statement at the Etihad. And that's what I wanted. That result I wanted above all these other ones. So like the Bournemouth one is gonna hurt as well because it's just another stupid one, and then the Brighton at home, that one's gonna hurt as well. Like, but it is what it is. But the one that is gonna hurt the most if we don't end up winning and it's by like 2 points, it's gonna be the Manchester City away.
Okay.
But yeah, so up next, the Super Sunday match of the week. Manchester United at the Old Trafford versus Chelsea with interim manager Ruud van Nistelrooy. Oh, my boy. Talk to
Legend.
me, boys. Talk to me, boys. Give me a
Go ahead.
perspective on each side. I'll let the home party start it off since you guys were
Go ahead.
home.
Thank you very much.
Mm,
Ah, what a game. Um, so this was a very open game. I would say coming out of the game, I felt as if we dropped 2 points rather than just getting a draw. I thought we were the better team on the day. If it were just a little bit more clinical, the likes of Garnacho, um, just a few chances there where we should have just
Bruno.
buried. Yep, Bruno as well. We could have just buried the game. Um, in the first half, it was very open. Both teams were going at it. But then in the second half, remember we talked, Chelsea's very good at coming out of the half and scoring within 5-10 minutes. I felt we did a good job of soaking up a little bit of pressure and then just firing back, and we just went crazy. And that's when Garnacho kind of fluffed where he would just slot that in the corner. He kind of just fluffed it and gave it right to Robert Sanchez. So I love that we also kind of held Cole Palmer in check. You could tell that the game plan was, hey, don't let him just go in the middle and turn. Make sure you're aware of where he is. There was a couple of times he got past Casemiro, but Ugarte had a fantastic game. Just being able to cover, sense any troubles and just snuffing it out. And so overall, I feel like we were the better team of the day. We created the most chances. We pressured. Don't make that face. Don't make that face. We pressured them. We just did not put all of our chances away. And I remember saying this at half. We're gonna get a chance and we have to bury it. And that was that Garnacho fluff. And yeah, I knew once we went up, I literally texted the group chat, let's lock in defensively. And what happens? Moise Caicedo
Big
hits a
Moyes.
volley, stop it, that he'll never hit again in his life. So it is what it is. That's why I'm a little annoyed, but I love the fight that I saw, and we weren't open. We actually did a really good job on the Chelsea side that's very attacking minded, have some very talented attackers. So I thought we did a really good job defensively as well.
Yeah. Um, just to get on my side of things, we knew coming in the manager bounce situation was going to be real. We knew Man United, the whole crowd was going to be up for it, players up for it. So we understood that we had to come in and kind of soak up the pressure a little bit in the beginning, first 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes or so, kind of calm things down so we can go into the game. We did a pretty decent job at that. Overall, I think our midfield pair, Caicedo and Lavia, had great games. Man United was pressing often as they do, and then we would play through the press. The two of them would link up together, play through the press, show their ability to obviously get away from pressure and make certain passes to get us and spring us on attack right away. Like he did mention, United did a pretty good job at keeping Cole out of the central areas and whatnot, because that's usually where he makes his magic. Although Cole was able to showcase his ability a couple of chances just to make little light touches and get himself through and kind of in the space where he can try to make something work. I'm not going to say Jackson had a bad game. It's just that he didn't have that much service, I would say.
An impactful game.
Yeah, I want to say he didn't have that much like service to himself to try and make something out of it. Neto, I think Neto didn't have a bad game. I've been hearing about how people said Madueke had a bad game. I don't necessarily think it was necessarily a bad game on his part. There were a couple of chances where I was looking for him more to be more direct with it. All right, just cut that out. Cut that out.
Hop in my...
Cut that out. But nah, there were
hopped in and you strapped him up.
Cut that out.
Why you pull his seatbelt that aggressive?
Yeah, cut that out. Nah, but
strap that boy up.
A couple of things I was looking for him to be a little bit more direct, but I mean, overall, I don't think it was bad at all. The defense and Robert Sanchez. Fofana, I would give fault for Fofana in terms of where he was located for that penalty situation. Ball went over his head. But it's literally like I say this every single week. Robert Sanchez is not my number one goalkeeper. If you rewatch the replay,
for that.
No. See, I listened to your point originally, right? Then I went back and actually saw this. Dog, I'm sure they teach you guys this, right? When you're in goal, right? If the attacker is running away from goal, why the heck? Why the heck?
Hey, hold on. We're PG, my boy.
Yeah,
PG, my boy.
Exactly.
Cool low down.
I say
PG,
myself.
cool low down.
So, why are you diving like that if the defender's going away from goal and making contact?
If the attacker,
what do you? Yeah, sorry, thank you. Yeah, why, bro? Use your. This is what I'm talking about. His IQ is not there. To me, personally, I don't see it. His IQ is not there. Put us in an unnecessary situation, being down. Man United's going to score the goal. Good penalty, Bruno. Apparently, Robert Sanchez scored, saved his last penalty against Bruno, so I was looking forward to that. But it is what it is, 1-0.
I remember that.
So, not surprised. I'm not surprised. United was pressing a lot in the game, and to see, obviously, I know our defense is very shaky regardless. So, seeing them score something is not surprising. Then Chelsea was put under pressure because of the goal. We knew we need to get back into things, cool down, and retaliate. And then big Moises Caicedo steps up. You know, my friend here, Kenny, said that
he's not like that.
He's not like that.
He's not.
Big dog, I want you to know now, he is.
He's not.
He is.
Okay.
You've seen it. You've seen it now. That's fine.
I want to see it again.
Okay, don't worry. It will happen.
Okay.
Great strike from Moises. And that was within 5 minutes? At least 3, 4, 5 minutes of the Man United goal. And honestly, at that point on, there was a substitute that came on that I think kind of changed things a little bit. So Enzo came on, Liver came off. And I think that allowed the game to be really, really open. Because at that point, literally, we're just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because I feel like we definitely lost a little bit of that stability in central areas because of Lavia coming off. Overall, yes, a draw is not bad, but I still feel as if there was a chance that we could have won that game. I really do. So, and I'm sure United feel the same way. So, it is what it
Absolutely.
is.
We had more chances. We should have won that game. But yeah, it was an open game where, you know, I felt like we just had more clear-cut chances, I'll put it that way. Um, that we
I,
just did not take advantage of.
so I'll say this. So like as a neutral watching the game, right? I think that it was a very like open game from kickoff. Both teams were trying to possess, get down the field, try to create, et cetera, et cetera. Um, but I'm gonna agree with Kenny on this one. This is a game I think United should be disappointed that they didn't get all 3 points, because I know there were parts of the game where Chelsea looked good and there were parts of the game where United looked good. But like Francis, you always talk about how you guys come out in the second half and you guys are very aggressive and at it, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I said it to you during the game. At the 60th minute mark, I said, "Yo, I'm not seeing that pressure, or I'm not seeing that from you guys. I'm seeing it from United.
Yep.
United, they were like, I don't know, maybe it's a new manager bounce, maybe it's they're trying to like impress the new manager that's coming in. I don't know what it was, but like today or that game, I literally sat down and I said, this is a proper game from United. Like they looked good. Um, if it wasn't for there, for me personally, that the two opportunities where Hodgland just didn't pass the ball. Like you guys already had more of the clear cut opportunities, but like those two opportunities where Hodgland literally all he had to do was just pass the ball to Garnacho or pass the ball to Rashford, and they're literally through. Like you get what I'm saying? Like you guys don't call those clear cut chances. To me, those are like opportunities where it's like, dog, come on, just pass the ball. And that's literally a shot on goal. You get what I'm saying? And not to talk of the one where Garnacho just hit it with his purse and gave it right back to the goalkeeper. Like those for me, those things right there made me feel like United should, like they had the better opportunities. They looked more aggressive. They looked more at it to me. But that's not to say that Chelsea played bad or anything. I think the fact that it was at Old Trafford played an impact on it. Um, whoever's game plan it was to shut out Cole Palmer, they did an amazing job, because I know we talked about it post game. Like Cole Palmer had like a couple nice, actions or whatever, but he wasn't impactful like how he typically is. And I know that because he didn't get a lot of points for me in fantasy, and it bothered me. It bothered me. He was always looking to get the ball out wide next to Reece James. And you can see anytime he would get the ball passed back, he tried to start running somewhere. Whoever the winger is on that side, they're literally screaming, "Hey, Cole's coming. Watch him, watch him, watch him." So I think United did a great job of making sure that he wasn't the reason why Chelsea won the game. If you guys were going to win, it was going to come from somebody else. And if it wasn't for a world-class strike that Caicedo will probably never hit again,
Thank you.
um, you guys would have went home with a loss. I predicted a tie.
Oh,
And it
you
ended
got
up being
one.
a tie. Yeah. What's the ticker at? You said there's a
Congrats.
ticker, right? What's the
You
ticker at?
were, I believe you were 4-5, so now
Yeah.
you're
Five
five
and
Five
five.
and
five.
five?
Yeah,
Even.
My
500.
boy. Hey, my boy.
we'll see.
But yeah, Francis, sometimes when I listen to you talk about soccer, I kind of get annoyed a little bit, because the way that these blue glasses are, like they're so tight to your forehead that I feel like it cuts off the circulation.
Please
If you
elaborate.
think that if you think that Caicedo is like that, you're actually delusional. Like you are actually delusional. Like he had a good strike, I get it, but let's not start saying, "Oh yeah, he's one of them." Come on,
I'm not saying that
Francis.
he doesn't score consistently. We know that. But I'm saying let's not disrespect and act like he can't pull that up whenever he needs to, like he just did.
You can. That's what I'm saying.
That's the
You
point.
can.
That's
You know what's
the
mad
point.
funny? You know what'd be mad funny? Watch him do it this week.
I honestly, Francis, against Arsenal, right?
Oh
I
yeah.
guarantee that Caicedo isn't scoring another goal like that this season.
This whole season,
This entire season.
we go until May, big dog. I hope you know what you're talking about.
How many goals he had last
Kenny,
year?
Kenny,
He
what,
can
what,
go
what?
until May
Alright.
2028. He's not
Alright.
scoring another goal.
Kenny, what
Alright.
you be saying on TNT, bro? I
I guarantee.
Alright. Alright.
You
Say less.
joking? He's gonna
Say
score
less.
goals, but
No, he's
like
gonna,
that,
yeah, but like
no.
that, come on, stop it,
I wouldn't
bro.
even
As a
say
Like,
matter of fact,
goals. He'll score a couple more, but it's not gonna be a volley from outside the box.
I
Never.
ain't gonna say nothing.
you're delusional. Never mind. Like, you're actually
I'm
delusional,
talking to two
bro.
delusional people too, so shit.
Yeah.
We're all there.
Yeah, I know it's your birthday, but please, it's children.
Alright.
No, come on, dog. Come on. But yeah, but I do
Bleep
have
it
a
out.
question for you. I do have a question for you, though, Francis.
Yeah.
And this question comes from a conversation that we had post game on Sunday. Um, your boy Chev 347. He was talking to
Shout
me
out
about
Chev.
his. He was talking to me about trophies and which managers affect trophies and et cetera, et cetera. And he said that the year that Arsenal won the FA Cup was the year that Unai started off and he got sacked in December. And then Arteta came and took over and then ended up winning the FA Cup that year. Right? He said, and I quote, "That's not Arteta's trophy. That's Unai's trophy. It's Unai's will," or whatever, or however he phrased it. And you agreed with that, Francis, correct?
Yep.
So now I have a question for you, my good friend, on your birthday.
Yep.
So what year was it? I believe it was the 2020 to 2021 season.
Yep. COVID year.
The COVID year, yep. Isn't that the year that you guys won the Champions League?
Yes.
Bubble championship.
And so that year that you won the Champions League, didn't you have two separate coaches that year?
We did.
And Lampard started the season, correct?
Yes.
And Tuchel ended the season?
I see where you're going with this.
No, don't. No, I just want you to answer the questions that I'm asking you. Tuchel
see.
ended the season, correct?
Thomas Tuchel ended the season correct.
Whose trophy is it?
By
Whose trophy
your
is it, Francis?
definition.
No, no,
By
no,
your
no, 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 no. I
Does
didn't
anybody
define
with
that. I didn't define that. Don't say your definition because I don't agree with it. You agree with it. So please, Francis, answer the question that I asked you. Whose trophy is it?
actually, to be honest, it's Chelsea Football Club's trophy. So nah, I see what you're going. I see what you're going. So I don't necessarily
I don't know why you're thinking so hard. It's just who's just say
no,
a name.
I'm gonna speak from my preference, my experience and whatnot. What Thomas Tuchel did, it came in and completely I won't say completely, because it was mostly it was all of Frank Lampard's players and everything. But he came in and just changed how things were. So I see what your point. I see how you're trying to get this. So I personally do say that it is Tuchel's trophy, but You got me though on this one. I'll give you. I'll give you. I can
Nah,
admit. I can admit
because
it. I can admit it.
Kenny, he was on the phone. You know how Francis be when he's
I
on the
can admit
calls.
it.
He,
This
he
one I
he
can
puts
admit.
he puts the phone up. He's sitting on the bed looking, and he'd be like, "Yeah. That's Unai's trophy. That's Unai's trophy."
Wow.
Now I can admit this one because honestly,
Just say you're
that
wrong.
year.
Just
No,
just say
I can
you're
admit it. I have
wrong.
no problem. I can admit when I'm wrong and whatnot. Because what Thomas Tuchel did, he came in and just completely revamped everything.
Yeah, that's what Arteta did.
So,
Have you not seen the club transition since then? I don't get it. It's like it can't be one way for one and a different way for the other. Consistency.
I hear you.
Consistency.
I hear you.
No further questions, Your Honor. But yeah,
My God.
You got it.
it wasn't that hard. You made that so much harder and longer than it needed to be.
Nah.
It could have been done already.
The witness may take his seat. Sweating, bro.
Hey, who's sweating? Yeah, we good.
Facts.
We
He's
always-
doing
we always
sweating, bro.
good. We all good.
He said, well, but honestly,
Yeah.
it's Chelsea's.
Yeah. Yeah. I knew it was over once you said that.
Nah, it's all good. I ain't tripping, bro.
But anyway.
Oh, my boy. But anyways, yeah. So that concludes this past weekend's round of results. Let's transition to what's coming up in the upcoming week. So
Got
where
some
do we
Champions
want to
League.
start? Yeah, we do have some
Europa
Champions League. So
Say the last one too, because I know you want to say it. I know you want to say it.
I
So say
actually
it.
wasn't.
I know. If we got Conference League too, go ahead.
no, high school varsity. That's what that
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, who y'all playing? Who y'all playing this week?
I think Noah. Yeah, I couldn't tell you who they
Huh?
are. I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't tell
you
you.
playing one person, Noah?
Get him off. Go ahead. Get him off today. Go ahead. Get him off.
Oh.
Get him off. Go ahead.
You playing
Get him
Noah?
Yo, Kenny,
Wow.
chill out, bro. Chill out.
I'm not saying nothing else.
Well, anyways, it looks like we all play on Sunday. So I think on Sunday
We play
it
at
is
9.
yeah,
so.
it's Man U versus Leicester. What are we thinking?
Straightforward. We just beat them in the Carabao Cup 5-2. I want more of the same. Let's even try to get a clean sheet. I don't even want them to even have a glimmer of hope. I don't care if it's home or away, but I believe we are home. Let's get it done. Easy. 3-0, 4-0. Pack it up. Let's go home. Europa League, we don't play anyone really too bad. It's that team like PAOK or whatever. So it's not, we play Thursday, but it's nothing too crazy. Take care of business midweek, take care of business on Sunday.
Yeah, so for us, midweek we have Inter, I believe.
Away too, I think.
San Siro.
Oh.
Yeah, we have a tricky week coming up because we have Inter away on Wednesday, and then we got Chelsea away on Sunday. And this is gonna be another week where two boys on the pod are going against each other. So we'll see how this goes. Sorry, we didn't even give our predictions for the Man U Leicester game. So for me, I think you guys coming off, new manager bounce after a good result against Chelsea. I think you guys probably win that one too, maybe 3-0. No, 3-1. I don't think you'll get a clean sheet.
I think it's gonna be closer than we think. United will still win. I'm gonna give it. Honestly, I'm gonna give it 1-0.
Okay.
I'll take the clean sheet.
But yeah, so for this Arsenal Chelsea game, it's going to be at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea have been having a good run of form right now. But I think we're due for a good result. I think we're due for a bounce back after especially after the lackluster performance. And I've been seeing rumblings that Odegaard is supposed to be making his way back. I think the goal is to have him on the bench for the Inter game, which I'm really, really crossing my fingers, hoping that that's the case, because it would be nice to have him when we go up against Chelsea. So I'm going to predict when we do get clean sheets, it's usually away from home. I know we the last time we played against Bournemouth, we didn't get a clean sheet, but when we do get a clean sheet, it's usually away from home for some reason. I
Newcastle.
don't know why that is. Oh, sorry, Newcastle as well. I think we will win the game. It's going to either be 1-0 or 2-1. I'm not sure, but I think it's going to be 1-0 or 2-1.
Going off of this past week, let's see, we had a draw. My heart is telling me that we'll find a way to get a result against Arsenal. My head is telling me differently, though. I want to say I want to say 2-2, but I truly think that we can win this game because Arsenal can get got.
Just give your prediction, bro.
Yeah,
I already said 2-2.
I was in
No, but
suspense.
no
I
facts.
already said
like,
2-2.
no,
Yeah, because you said
my
your
Arsenal
heart.
should win.
heart is saying, my head is saying. Just give your prediction, my boy.
Are you guys listening? I said 2-2. but
I'm listening
Arsenal
to
can
your
get got.
heart. Yes, I was waiting for your.
Okay.
Your head, yeah.
No problem.
I didn't know which one you're going with this week.
2-2, but
Okay.
Arsenal can get beat.
Whatever that means. So 2-2 from your heart
Yes,
this
2-2.
week. I'll be more clear, audience. I apologize for that. Sometimes he's in between himself.
Okay.
I will go. Ooh, this is a big game. Huge implications to EJ's ticker as well. 5-5. I am going to go with 2-2 draw. I think.
Oh, get off the fence. Get off the fence.
No.
Get off the fence.
I think Chelsea's gonna come out really strong. I don't see you guys keeping a clean sheet against them. But I see you guys also coming out strong. So yeah, I think you guys go up 2-1, but then Chelsea find a way to equalize. So yeah, I'll go with 2-2.
Okay, that's fair. Well, all right. Only time will tell. We will definitely be back next week to go through it. But appreciate you guys again for tuning into the Banter 3FC podcast. Again, want to show love to all of you guys for supporting us. You can not forget to follow, subscribe, share, comment all of our content at Banter 3FC. And again, love all you guys for showing us love. And also, another shout out to my boy Francis on his birthday. We will also have a GoFundMe link for a Chelsea jersey for his birthday that you guys can donate to, because till this day, I've never seen him wear any Chelsea gear. So please help us help him
in
get
opposition to
a
the
kit.
ownership.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
In opposition to the ownership.
Back when the Russian terrorist was there, were you guys were you guys helping?
My guy, don't disrespect my owner, Roman Abramovich. We're not gonna do that today. We're not gonna do that today.
So back when he was there, did you have a jersey?
Yeah, I do. I had two actually.
I don't even believe it. I don't even.
No, he did. He did.
I have them upstairs.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you just
Yeah.
never decide
We'll see who's smiling after Sunday. Keep it up, big dog.
Can't wait.
Francis,
All right.
enjoy.
Not playing.
Thank you again for tuning in. You guys be safe. Until next week.